Ahoy! Ahoy and well met, my friends! Welcome once again to another witching voyage here on the Gaming Galleon. I am Captain Raz, just another salty sea dog out on the Silicon Seas, looking to get a little booty and maybe a little adventure under his belt before he goes 6 feet under. We're usually pretty good about it too, aren't we? Especially right now during the Halloween season. I mean, really, there's no better time to go traipsing around in a pirate ship than when the world is in the grips of the Halloween season, because everywhere you look, there's something foreboding, there's something creepy, there's something that's just a little bit off. And it all culminates to that final day of the month, Halloween, All Hallows Eve. Well, we have our share of holiday shows here on the ship, maybe too many. What can I say? I have an affinity for holidays, and Halloween is it's one of the big ones. Huge. So we like to celebrate it as much as we can, and this voyage is no exception. Today we are going to be playing a game that's not necessarily terrifying, but it certainly celebrates one of the best parts of Halloween. Unmitigated, unnecessary gore and dismemberment. Today, my friends, we will be celebrating a little game. Just put that anywhere, Riz. Called The Immortal. Will Harvey presents The Immortal. Will Harvey, is it important to know who he is? Not really. He was basically a kid genius, made a couple games, and later on went into the artificial intelligence racket. Who knows what he ended up making. Maybe he made Tamagotchis, I don't know. But take a look at this cover here. Does it get more Halloween-y than the Grim Reaper here, bathed in lightning? Now, the Immortal was actually on a few systems. It was on the Sega Genesis. It was originally on the PC, maybe the Amiga. All those old computers all run together for me. And it was also on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, these two, if you're talking just cart, they're both worth about the same. But if you spend your money on this guy, the trick, my friend, is on you. Alright? Don't bother with the Immortal. I mean, the NES version. Just looking at the two case arts should be pretty apparent. You got this dude, some sort of wizard, and then you got the Grim effing Reaper. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's the difference is, it's pretty apparent. The other big difference, well, you know how Mortal Kombat was kind of watered down for the Super Nintendo? And the Sega Genesis one had basically everything from the arcade. It wasn't as good as the arcade, but it had all the fatalities and all the glory. Same situation here. So if you're going to play the Immortal, the Genesis is the way to play it. And I remember playing it as a teenager. My buddy had it. Maybe we rented it. And the things that we're going to see today, to think that we were watching this in his humble mother and father's living room and on their TV, to think we were seeing these things and hearing these noises, excellent. Excellent. I mean, that was what it was all about. The Sega Genesis, playing stuff that you almost felt like you shouldn't be playing, and the Immortal was all about that. All right. I was looking at the manual because I needed to find out where we were going to. Not much to speak about this place. It's pretty quiet. It's got I mean, honestly, the most exciting thing is the name, the ancient city of Erinoch. It's just a whole bunch of old ruins that look relatively deserted, probably robbed, stripped of any of the valuables long, long ago, and any dangerous wildlife or inhabitants are probably far underground. So, not much to speak of out here. However, we're not staying on the surface. We are going underground in the Immortal. The Immortal is basically a dungeon crawler, isometric. And I was looking at the instruction manual, and I just felt like this was worth noting. Because this game was made by Electronic Arts. Now, Electronic Arts these days, it's got a pretty bad reputation. It's kind of like the Walmart of video game companies. It finds gifted, smaller companies and then gobbles them up, takes all of their important, rare resources and just assimilates them into the giant juggernaut that is EA. But they weren't always like that. And it's interesting, in the 90s, they were almost the exact opposite. At the time, Nintendo was really the enemy. Nintendo was really the kind of company that was really monopolizing things, trying to regulate things as much as they possibly could. We won't go into the ins and outs of that, but in the 90s, they really had a bad rep. You know who didn't? Electronic Arts. Why? Because Electronic Arts, as they were growing, would find talented smaller companies or talented smaller programmers and really give them, in addition to their resources to make great games, a spotlight and a real chance to get their name out there, or at least get them the credit that they deserve. And looking at the Immortal manual, which unfortunately I don't have a copy of, I looked it up here on my phone. You can see the kind of love and attention that these people got. Now, the Immortals was ported over from the PC. Will Harvey made it for the PC, and then 4 people ported it to the Sega Genesis. And right here on the first page of the manual, you can see a little bio here. See that? Sega Genesis artist bio. And then there's a picture of the 4 people involved. And you can see they're kind of in a tongue-in-cheek position here. They've got some skull shirts on. The chick in the middle is dressed up like the Grim Reaper. And there's tombstones all over the place. Pretty macabre, huh? And there's even a little blurb about them. I'm going to, at the risk of putting you to sleep, I'm going to read it. Kevin McGrath is the programmer responsible for this version of the Immortal for the Sega Genesis, a feat that he feels exceeds his earlier triumph with the hit game Populous. Some of you may remember Populous. Kevin grew up in places like Nebraska, Minnesota, Oregon, California, and now he lives here at Electronic Arts in San Mateo. And then he goes on, they talk about the other 3, and listen to this. This shows you how tongue-in-cheek they used to be over at EA. Gary Martin, Connie Brott, and Tommy Colley are the graphic art animators credited for the jump-out-of-your-seat action and grisly deaths in the Immortal. All 3 reside in padded cubicles at the Electronic Arts State Mental Facility, and despite warnings from their group therapist, continue to animate. Please join us in wishing them a speedy recovery. So how cute is that? And how often do we take a moment and actually look at the people really behind these games, aside from maybe, David Hauser and Hideo Kojima? As for a little flavor text as to where we're going, I think it might be worth reading. What do we got? We're behind already, so we better read it quick and then we'll get right into the game, okay? It's just so good. It's so D&D. Alright? Here it comes. The morning sun heats on the jagged peaks as you follow the forgotten road down the valley floor. The bleached ruins from the great columned temples and towering citadels rise from the grassy plain like the bones of some colossal beast. Surely, this was this ancient city, Erinoch, destroyed by dragon's fire over 1,000 years ago. Mortimer often spoke of this city. Yes, Mortimer, your teacher in the arts of wizardry. Surely he visited the fabled labyrinth of eternity buried beneath the ruins of ancient Erinoch. Perhaps this is where you will once again come face to face with your long-lost master. Sound pretty exciting, huh? Alright, let me give you a little backstory. We're 3 levels in. I played through the first 2 levels. This 3rd level, I didn't even take a look at it. Now, I played this game back as a kid, but what was that, like 530 years ago? So I don't know what to expect with this 3rd level. We get 3 tries, and then we're basically banished, and I have to reinsert the password, which isn't a terribly long thing to do, but it's not exactly something we came here to sit down and watch. So hopefully I can last 3 lives long enough to get us to the bottom of the hour with the chest. Alright? Let's see what we can do. It's the Immortal. Will Harvey's The Immortal for the Sega Genesis. Alright, let me get you some music. Let me get you some video. Some vidya. Little vidya. There you go. Alright. How about that music, huh? Oh, yeah, baby. Alright, I got the password punched in there right out of the box here because if I die 3 times, it makes me put it back in. So here we go to level 3. Never been in there, or at least I haven't been in there in, I don't know, decades, easily. So wish me luck. Here we go. Invalid certificate? What? What are you talking about? Oh, God, are you kidding me? How is that impossible? I double checked. No new game. Hold on. Unbelievable. Who's running this ship? This it's like nigh impossible to get this wrong. I mean, it's 2018. Everybody's got a phone. Maybe that's a C. Let's see here. Do you remember having to put... Alright, it's definitely an E. That's definitely an E. You guys remember having to put these in? Well, luckily, they're not too long in the Immortal. Jeez. But they're long enough, aren't they? Alright, 1, 2, 3. E10. Alright, that should be it. Oh. I mean, at least you're getting a nice hit of this music. E10. Oh, jeez, oh, Pete. Sorry about that one. Woo! So here we are, the 3rd level. We better check our inventory. What do we got here? We got a ring that says Dunrick on it, 10 gold, a bag of bait, and an amulet with what appears to be some sun rays on it. That's it. Huh, 2 ways. Interesting. Well, let's see, I'm left-handed, so let's go left. Oh boy. There's a fight. Oh, look! The trolls and goblins are fighting one another. I'm not gonna get involved. Chest. I don't see any traps by it. You think we got what it takes? Let's go for it. It's unlocked. Open it? Yeah. You find 50 gold pieces. Alright. You find a scroll with fireball spells. Take it? Absolutely. Alright. I see no reason to get involved. The lock, triggered by a complicated set of latches, is unfamiliar to you. Great. Well, look, we only got 3 lives. I'm not getting involved in that fight unless I have to. Alright, let's see what's down here. Another fight. Goblin versus Goblin. What is this, a civil war? What's this, a potion? You find a bottle. Take it? Yes. Again, I'm not getting involved. So far, so good. Be on the lookout for traps now. This is a very devious game. Stop! I forbid you to come any closer. I don't know what to tell you. I gotta go. Should I fireball him? Nah. You know what? I got this. I'm dodging him. He's got 2 bars there. He's got health, and he's got stamina. See how? And the higher the stamina bar, the more tired out he gets. Here we go. Alright, let's get serious. Take him down. I'm getting tired, but I should be able to finish him. Oh! Oh! Oh, man. Wow. I'm not vomiting. I got a bit of a... What are they? A bit of a chest cold. Woo! That was beautiful. That's what it's all about, my friends. God bless you, Will Harvey. It's unlocked. Open it? Absolutely. You find 50 gold pieces. A gas bomb. The goblins used to paralyze trolls. Take it? A gas bomb. The goblins used to paralyze trolls. Take it? Alright, so 3 bombs. Well, if I know my immortal biology, we did encounter 1 troll in the left ladder. He was fighting that goblin. So I'll tell you what. What I would propose we do is we throw one of these bombs at this troll. And maybe, just maybe, this goblin will help us get through this locked door. Alright, let's see if I can get one of these. Okay. Did it work? I think it worked. Kill him! Alright, that's it. I'm gonna go for it. They're not letting me fight. Okay, what about... Alright, I'm gonna fireball the troll. With the fireball. Now this will take effect when you press the A button. Alright. Boom! He's out. Goblin's leaving. Let's search the body. He's dead. Look for possessions. You find a troll ritual knife. Used to declare a fight to the death. Take it? Yes. Sweet, it worked. Where are we at on time? 5:22. You guys ready for a little booty? Yeah, I think let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do some booty. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we should check this last room. Let's check this last room. Oh, it's the Goblin King. We have met before, old man. Do you remember? Because you helped me, you may pass. But I warn you, we are at war with the trolls. Over this ladder, across the spikes, is troll territory. Very dangerous. Yeah, I think this is a good, I think this is a good stopping point. Alright, cool. Let's harp it up, baby. Bing, 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 bing. How about that music, huh? Not too bad, huh? The Immortal. Pretty creepy stuff. Head-splitting entertainment. Was that not the money shot? That's what it's all about, man. It's good stuff. You don't get that on the NES. Alright, well, the chest, I'll tell you what, there's a little bit of everything. I mean, if there's not something in here that you would want, you're probably dead. There's something for everyone in here, I would say. And I think we did pretty good at concerning prices. 3 deals here. 2 pawn shops and a garage sale. Okay? Let's start with the first pawn shop. This one's all about the ask, man. This one is all about the ask. Don't go to these places. Don't drive around town and just be satisfied with what's on the floor. I mean, you gotta ask. You gotta ask. And that's exactly what happened here. I believe I may have asked 2 people. I asked the first guy. He got about halfway down the counter, and then some old dude totally, like, grabbed him and, took him for, like, jewelry. Now, this was a cool guy. He was, like, my dude. So I was like, okay, if there was something back there, we were going to get it for a good price. But he gets kidnapped by some guy who wants to look for jewelry. So I'm waiting there, and then, like, I don't know, these places have, like, regional managers who like, hop from store to store, like, doing audits. And, generally that's when they're dotting their I's and crossing their T's and whatnot, making the place look nice. And I said to the guy, you got any video games in the back? And he's like, yeah, what kind? And I said, anything. And he said, yeah, hold on. And he brings out some Wii games. And really, there were no Wii games that are worth mentioning. Nothing really exciting, except for this one. Namco Museum Remix. It does not look like much, but don't count this one out because it actually has some original versions of Namco games on the back for the Wii. What do we have here? Galaxian, Dig Dug, Mappy, Pac and Pal, Super Pac-Man, Galplus, which is pretty cool. That's a shooter that I don't see often on these things. That's neat. Dubious and Pac-Mania. So $1 for this guy. And so yeah, he brings out this whole, stack of these, and I'm like, okay, well, thanks. And he's like, no problem. I was like, are you sure you don't have anything else? How about cartridges? Do you have any cartridges? And he's like, he goes back there, and he comes back with a box, and this was like a potpourri of retro goodness and modern stuff, because not only did were there a bunch of cartridges. There were like a stack of loose games, loose discs, in like sleeves. The sleeves of their own, the kind of ones you get from GameStop if you get a used game. And then there's even a stack of 3DS and DS games in box, looking real clean. And all these games, most of the games in here were really, like, they were good titles. So I'm like, wow, this is awesome. Now, as he brings them out, and I'm going through these, I'm like, I'm going to be getting these for $1 each. $1 each, no problem. And as I'm looking, a younger guy comes out, somewhere in his 20s, who apparently was the shift manager. The regional manager is the one who brought all this stuff out. Well, the shift manager, it was as if he knew what was going on. He was like, some shark is out there trying to get good deals on these games. Well, I know what I've been holding on to, and I know that I'm not selling them for rock bottom. So I'm looking through these, and I see Diddy Kong Racing for the Nintendo 64, Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, and Super Mario Kart for the SNES, among other stuff, which we'll get to in a minute. But it's important to discuss these and 3DS game, three 3DS games. I believe it was Mario Kart 7, Animal Crossing, New Leaf, and Mario Party Star Rush. Okay, now he looks at these games, especially the cartridges, the Mario and Diddy Kongs. He's like, I'm gonna have to look these up. Okay, because I know these are good. So he prices Diddy Kong at 15. He prices Mario World at 10, and for some reason he prices Mario Kart at 8. Well, obviously I wasn't interested in those kind of prices, so I started pulling all the stuff that he deemed be $2, which is pretty much everything else. So let's take a look. Oh, the 3DS games, way too much. He was acting like 10 to 15. So those are going to the wayside. But look at what we got. Now, I don't remember if we got these for $1 or $2. I'm guessing $1. But I don't know. I may have gone $2 each on these. So let's say 2. Okay? Sonic the Hedgehog. Nice clean copy. No manual. One of these Sega Classic boxes. One of the later ones there. Okay. We'll leave that to the end. Some Sega Genesis cards here. Let's get these guys. Pac-Man, The New Adventures. I think we have this. I know we have it for SNES. Sonic Spinball. This makes me think we definitely bought these for $1. Boxing? Who is that? Buster Douglas. This is a terrible game. Funny thing is, if you find Buster Douglas Boxing on the Sega Master System, you can almost pay your rent for the month. It's like hundreds of dollars worth. Very, very rare game, but this one isn't worth anything. But that definitely makes me think we bought these for $1, especially since whoever sold it initially, that says 99 cents. There it is. Mortal Kombat 4 for the N64. F-22 Interceptor. Another reason I would say you definitely paid $1. And all the way in the bottom, I found a Game Boy game looking like this. We turned it over. What do we got? Huh. Could it be DuckTales 2? How about that, huh? Come on. Now this isn't the crazy expensive DuckTales 2 for the NES. But it is pretty awesome. Can I get Scrooge's face at least? Come on, sweetheart. There we go. Pretty decent game on the Game Boy. Alright. A couple more here. A couple NES games. Mario Brothers. Duck Hunt. And Battletoads. Hey, how about that? Pretty sweet game. I'm going to go high and say we paid 2 on these. 2 each. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Yeah, I'm going to say we paid 20. I'm going to say we paid 20. That doesn't seem right. This had to have been 10. This had to have been 10 because I knew I wasn't walking out in the hole. And the reason I wasn't walking out in the hole was I was really adamant about these carts he wanted to hold on to, and I finally said to him, look, I'll take all these, and how about $5 on Mario Kart? And he said, okay. So that's why I think we did $1, because I feel like I was walking out of there like I know I can sell Mario Kart and get our money back. So there you go. I don't know. It's either $25 or $15. either way, I think we did pretty good. All right. Oh, we'll stay there. Okay. On the way home from that very trip, there was a garage sale just across the street from my very own house. My neighbors. And they had some games. Asked if they had anything they want to get rid of. She said she was doing $1 each on some really common, really crap games. I said I only had $1 on me. But here's 4 games I'm interested in. Man. The shyster even to my own neighbors, huh? So for $1 we got these. Turtles. For the Xbox 360. I'm relatively sure these are all pretty scratched up. Actually, I think they just need to be wiped down. They don't look scratched, they just look dirty. Alright. That was $0.25. Crash. Wrath of Cortex. Original Xbox. No manual. Here's a pretty good Halloween game. Hunter the Reckoning, you ever play this? It's a 4-player action RPG. And then finally, I want to get this right. They took you from the Imperial City, first by carriage, and then by boat, to the east, to Morrowind. So there you go. Does that actually have the manual? What manual is this? This is a manual for Mech Assault. And the game. And then you guys ever play Morrowind? Nice shape. Nice shape. So there you go. Morrowind for $0.25 all day. Alright, so we got those 4 for $1. Alright, last one. Last deal here from my buddy Jack. Longtime wheeler and dealer out of one of my favorite pawn shops. I walked in and he had this box. You sure I'm doing this right? Okay, I remember how this went. So I'm like, Jack, how you doing, baby? He's like, all right. And I see on the cart, on the rack behind him, he's got a couple of Nintendo games. I say, how much for the NES games? He's like, $10 each. I'm like, how about 5? He's like, okay. And he's like, do you want both? And I said, no, I'm not going to take Super Mario 2. You can I'll pass on Super Mario 2. But for $5, I'll take Zelda. It's pretty beat up, that's for sure. But I did pop her in, played all the way to the first dungeon, saved it, turned it back on. She's still holding my record. So there you go. Not bad for 5. Then he brings out this box, this shoebox. This stuff had to have been sitting underneath an Indiana trailer for like decades. Like not even a furnished one, like in the dirt, in the dust. All right? These are filthy. This is one of the filthiest lots we've ever picked up. All right? Let's check it out. There's somewhere around, I don't know, 15, 16 things in here. He said, how about 20? I said, I gotta be honest, I know this sounds low, but the condition in these, plus the games themselves, the titles, are so unattractive, I'm gonna have to hit you with a 10 spot. He said, okay. Let's see what we got. Super Nintendo controller. Got a little tape on the cord. There's a cut on the cord. Tried to play it, doesn't work. And it's filthy. Sega Genesis controller, quite filthy, but could be wiped down. Played it, works. Not bad. Nintendo game here with sleeve. Monopoly. Got a decent, below average SNK shooter. Alpha Mission. Another Mario Duck Hunt. A better shooter. Cheap as candy. Look at this. Jesus. You look at that? Ugh. Ugh. Oh, gross. Somebody signed their name? I don't even know what that is. Ugh. Tiger Heli by Tato. Great game. Great game. Very common, but great game. Tecmo Basketball. Snoozerific. I mean, honestly, the fact that these have sleeves are more interesting than the titles themselves. MLB. And then finally, for the Nintendo games, a really sun-faded copy of Super Tecmo Bowl. We put a little alcohol in this baby just to try her out. She started right up. No graphical problems. I got through a whole game. Dallas versus, Jesus, was it the Browns? Yeah, that didn't go well. Some Super Nintendo games here. Emmett Smith Football. Gross. Stunt Race FX. Kind of happy to have this one. We didn't have this. You know, I thought that this was tore up. It may just... no. I mean, I thought it was ripped in half. It's more just really, 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 really dirty. So we'll clean this guy up. Pretty happy to have this. This one, it's kind of like Star Fox's brother. It's got the same Star Fox Super FX chip that they made to make Star Fox with the Super NES. Nigel Manel's World Championship. It's a shame this isn't the Nintendo cart. That one's actually worth a little dough. A second copy of that, for some reason. Whoever wanted this twice, I don't know. Weird. Live 98. Gross. And finally, oh man. It's a good game. Bulls versus Blazers. You really can't deny Bulls versus Blazers. We're talking about how great EA used to be. This was one of the reasons, baby. Bulls versus Blazers. So yeah, this is filthy. Disgusting. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The controller that works, 14. The controller that doesn't work, 15. Legend of Zelda, he said he'd do 5 on. He crunched the numbers. We walked out of there. He did $14 flat for us. $14 flat for this filthy, filthy lot. Okay? Not there. Alright. So there you go. I mean, that looks like a terrible lot, but I'd be hard pressed to find anyone who wouldn't think that just getting Zelda and a working copy of Zelda and Super Tecmo Bowl for $14. Be hard pressed to find anyone who wouldn't find that to be a good deal. So there you go. All right. Let's get back to the Immortal. Where were we? We were sitting in the Goblin King's throne. He's allowing us to live because apparently we know one another. I'm not going to let you in on all that. But he's telling us the troll territory is just over the spikes. And it's dangerous. But we do have at least one paralyzing bomb left. Got 2 left? Troll paralyzing bombs? So hopefully that's enough. Let's get back to it, baby. It's the Immortal with the Sega Genesis. Alright, a little gameplay. Oh, something. A little music something. Music something. Okay. Can I get, oh man. Where's my headphones? Here we go. Jeez, do I even know what I'm doing in this show? Alright, here we go. Yeah, that's the sound of royalty you hear. Okay, let's take stock and see if what we have on our item bin one more time. We've got Dunrick's ring, 110 gold, some sort of bait, 1 fireball shot, an amulet of unknown origin, 2 troll paralyzing bombs, a ritual knife. When presented to a troll, means a battle to the death. And finally, a bottle of some sort of unknown liquid. And that's it. Alright, so let's get back to the action. Up this ladder, and across the spikes, troll country. Oh boy. When he said spikes, he wasn't kidding. We gotta watch the pattern. Find a red gem. Take it? Yes. Now how do I get my way? How do I get through here? Looks like it's right there. Nice. My master Mortimer taught me well. What's happening? Hey, oh. Get back in there. Should we fireball this troll? I'm gonna say, heck yeah. Alright, let's see if we can do this right. Only got 1 shot at this. Ha! Uh-oh. I don't want to go in there just yet. Traps. Ah! This is troll territory, he said. I like that cutlass. Yeah. What, are you running out of breath there, pal? Oh. Get tired. Get tired, baby. Get tired. Are you ready for the money shot, guys? Here it comes. Get ready. Oh, we took his face off! Oh, that was unbelievable. That was beautiful. Anything on him? Aside from his face? It's beautiful. Oh boy, 2 guys. Maybe they won't see me. Oh boy, they see me. Here we go. This is troll territory! Ugh. It's always hardest to know when to dodge once you're done with your flurry of attacks. Fried, baby! Woo! Smell that? You find a potion. Magic muscle. Take it? Yeah. This is troll territory. Oh, you're a jerk, dude. This could be bad. I gotta do this perfectly. Oh, dang it. One more hit and I'm dead. No! Fry him! Yes! Turn to dust! Whew. Man, oh man, the Shavits. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, we're at death's door here. Now, usually the way to... I kind of want to drink that muscle stuff. There's usually a way to take a nap if you get so far in, like right there. Oh man, there's no way I'm gonna beat this guy. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Oh man. Dang it. I was still get a couple more lives here. What sucks though is it was right there, the place to sleep where I could have gotten all my health back. Come here, you. You take your last breath. I'm gonna blow your head up, sir. Yeah, all the way down. Ah! Beauty. This looks dangerous, huh? Oh, did you see that? It went from red to pink at one point. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Look at that. You see that? You see that difference? I don't know what's telling me to do this. Maybe it's from playing this 25 years ago. But I think maybe if we put the red gem in when it's pink. I'm gonna try it. Did you see that? I teleported to the other side of the hole! Yes! No way! Look at that, guys! We made it through the whole level! Oh my god! Dude, I'm telling you, I played that blind. I'm taking a picture here. Hold on. Hold on. We gotta get a picture of that. I gotta get a picture of the password. Let's get all the way in there. Focus. I'm gonna have to go a little closer. Wow. Dude. I can't believe I made it. Hold on, I got your... Straight up. I'm serious, straight up. I played that level totally blind. Wow. And I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet that wasn't... My eyes were not playing tricks on me. If I went into that thing and it was red and not pink... we would have been dust. Wow. I'm pretty impressed with myself on that one, I have to say. Well, I don't know how early we are. Not too much early. No, we got time for a question or two. So what do you say? Why don't we head over to the old mailbag? But the Immortal. Only look for the Sega Genesis version, okay? And that was just one floor, and it's filled with dastardly traps and ways to fool you. Totally recommend it. And I mean, couldn't there be a more satisfying way to take out these guys? Fatality. Alright. Let's head over to the mailbag. Dead men tell no tales. All rights reserved by the Disney Corporation. Alright, well, this one comes from far away. Our friend across the sea, out in France. This is from the J-Nerd. He's written us before, and he always has very good questions, so I'm always looking forward to seeing another one from him. Here we are. He asks us, have you ever Captain Rez had a game from a voyage that you wanted to return to. Or perhaps you have a two-part series in mind when the time is right? Well, I never really thought that we got to do Animal Crossing right. Animal Crossing had a bit of some sort of glitch where one of the best parts about Animal Crossing is playing the Nintendo games, and for whatever reason, when we visited Animal Crossing, Homewood, my home in the woods, we couldn't get the Nintendo games to work. So what a shame that was. What a disappointment that was. I can also tell you that there was one time, our 50th voyage, I decided to give a vote out to the crew. What game would they like to return to? What location would they like to return to? Of all of the different voyages that we've gone to, different adventures, different locations. And Clarksville was picked, which was A Dog's Life, the PS2. It's a 3D platformer where you play a lovable domesticated hound named Jake. And that one was a lot of fun. But if I were to pick, yeah, Animal Crossing's really up there. Are there any other games I feel like didn't get the, like their proper, like we didn't do it justice? I know there's a few where I just completely tanked the game. Miami Hotline. Hotline Miami, that's one that not only could I not even get off the first floor for like 10 minutes, but we had some sort of strange hiccup with the music. And that's just a crying shame, because the music is really just, it's the star of the show in Hotline Miami. But probably Animal Crossing. Just because it's a different experience every time, no matter what game you play. It's bad too. That seems to be the answer for a lot, because I think someone asked me what my Desert Island game was, and I said Animal Crossing. That's just how versatile of a game it is. There's just so much going on in it, depending on what time of day it is, what time of year, what year. It can just can fill in a lot of blanks. So yeah, maybe Animal Crossing. I think there was a game I almost beat, and it would have been cool if I could have finished it. And I didn't have time, or I felt like I'd be able to finish it. Oh man, God, Pitfall 2. That was a massacre. Could have done better on Pitfall 2. That's a hard game though. Yeah, some game I feel like I could have beaten, and I don't remember what it was. I think I'd give it to Animal Crossing. Anyway, Jaynard, thank you for the question. Much appreciated. And if you have a question, feel free to send it to thegaminggalleon@gmail.com. You can whisper it, send it to me. It's 2018. I'm not that hard to find. Okay? And of course, we need a question at the end of every voyage. Otherwise, it just wouldn't be a day on the Gaming Galleon, would it? All right, well, that's it. We're going to leave you here from the ancient city of Erinoch, where the goblins and trolls fight for supremacy underground, far underground. And we wish you a good Halloween season. Make sure you're working on your costumes. Make sure you're going to a Sleepy Hollow reenactment, or hitting a pumpkin patch, or maybe a maze. Make sure you're playing pranks on your little brother or sister. That's what this time's all about, my friends. All right? Okay, well, we'll see you next time. And until next time. Well, what am I do to ye fair Spanish maidens? Farewell and adieu, ye ladies of Spain, for we received orders for to cut the face off an effing troll. Did you see that? His whole face came off. And though nevermore shall we see ye again. Keep your powder dry, mateys.